Hello everybody and welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy 2! So, in the last part we went through the main missions in Boss Blitz Galaxy and also Flip Out. And now we have just two more. We have two more power stars for us to get. And the next one is back in Boss Blitz because we're now going to be dealing with the Prankster Comet one. Now this one is where I definitely say it's definitely quite tough if you spend way too long. And I say that's because this one's called Throwdown Speedrun. Yeah, so essentially what you have to do here is we have to defeat every single one of these bosses again, but under a 5-minute timer to defeat all of them. And not to mention, there are no checkpoints this time around. So if you fail, in just one boss, you start all over again. And also, I'll say this as well, don't spend too much time on don't spend any of your time getting either star bits or even a live stream back at the Kane Caliente's fight. Cause well that will cost you time. And especially since some of these bosses can definitely take longer than expected. Especially Baldergeist and Fiery Dino Piranha. So yeah, this one definitely when I first played this game, I definitely had a very difficult time with this. Yeah, with not only spending too much time on the Baldergeist fight, considering as I said previously, I played a Galaxy 2 before Galaxy 1, meaning that I did not know that you could destroy his boulders with your star bits. And how many times I got hit/died on the Fiery Dino Piranha fight. Yeah, it was definitely incredibly frustrating for me during my first time playing this. Well, let's just see if I can actually do this on my first try this time around. Alright, now with two bosses down, now back to major burrows. And so going over him, it's time to do what I do best. Boom, boom. Yep, we are going back to that again. But anyways, everyone, now I guess since we are just going through these bosses again, I guess there's one thing that I forgot to point out is the Bomboos that we saw when we were facing off against from Baldergeist. That is actually the only time in this whole entire game that we've actually seen from Bomboos. Whereas in Galaxy 1, yeah, the Bomboos still didn't appear so much either, but they were at least a little bit more common in the mission where we faced off against from Baldergeist in. Yeah, but that was only really the only time we saw that, but it was definitely more frequent than when we actually see them here. And also, oh yeah, that's right. Everyone. Now, for those of you who don't know, now the Galaxy games are not the only titles that we actually see the from Bomboos in. Now the Bomboos actually made two appearances in the Mario and Luigi series. Well, more so the remakes of Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story, but more so with the side modes. for Minion Quest and Bowser Jr.'s Journey. Yeah, those are the only times within those games we actually get to see the return of the from Bomboos. And the Bomboos got to make at least one more appearance in Dr. Mario World. Yeah, they actually show up in a Dr. Mario game. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, but that's all we really got to see out of the from Bomboos. But anyways, everyone, now as you can see as well, yeah, if you actually spend too much time on the Poltergeist fight by just taking out his arms/hands, yeah, you're probably gonna take a lot more longer just to defeat him. So really just focus on trying to get rid of, just trying to focus on getting rid of the body. Yeah, but anyways, now I guess since we're just about to be done with this, hopefully enough, I guess I should go over the music that plays, the multiple music tracks that plays during this. Now, what should I say, the returning music anyway. Now, the music that plays during the both Dino Piranha and the Fiery Dino Piranha fights, yeah, I still like them. As for music that plays during Major Burrows, well, you guys will obviously know how I feel about that one. And then as for the Poltergeist fight, I sort of like that one too. Oh, what the? Hey, what was that crap? Oh, really? I was right next to his tail as soon as he was done getting hit. Really? Oh, really? Okay, at the very least I did not die in this run. Oh, thank God for that. Yeah, I was kind of just a little too close there, right at the end. Yeah, if I actually got hit within that, yeah, as soon as the ending of that getting hit animation, and I was not only down to just one hit point, oh my God, that would have been incredibly brutal. Yeah, that would have been incredibly brutal if I actually died during that part. Oh my God. But anyways, then as for King Caliente, I forget if I mentioned this when I faced off against, Bugaboom, since Bugaboom's music, is still basically the same as, King Caliente. So, now, if I didn't say this before, then I'll say this, the music that plays during, both of those fights, I sorta like that one too. But anyways, now it's for the Price of Comet and Flip Out, Cosmic Clone Wall Jumpers. Yep, we essentially have to go through all of this again, but I said this time we're gonna get chased by a bunch of Cosmic Clones. And again, while getting chased by the Cosmic Clones, while I'm trying my best to make sure that you not only wall jump and spin at the same time, yeah, this one can be incredibly stressful. Especially if you are going through this during your first time. Yeah, it can definitely be incredibly stressful. Yeah. But we shall see how things go this for us. But anyways, now I'll say it could definitely be stressful when we're at that last section where you know with the spikes and we have to be sure that we won't jump so that we can make sure that we don't get ourselves hit by the spikes. Yeah, that part could definitely be incredibly stressful. Yeah. And then as for here, yeah, like I said, do not spend too much time just waiting. Yeah, if you already know what you're doing, then essentially use that from momentum to at least get yourself right over to the next one. Ow, oh, ow. Oh God. Yeah, keep going, keep going. Oh God, oh my God, now I have to wait. Oh God, oh shit, oh, okay, thank God. Okay, thank God. Oh yeah, and I guess you're saying this as well. Now thankfully the two checkpoints that were here before, both of them still show up for this one. So So thankfully, if we die, then we can easily just go right back to them. And I think I'm gonna die here, considering. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, you saw that? Yeah, you can't get so constantly trapped. Shit. Okay, I managed to escape all of those cosmic clones while being trapped, but I actually got myself pushed off. Ugh. But again, thankfully we do have a checkpoint, so thankfully we could just start back here again. Oh god. And thankfully there is that 1-up right there, so thankfully you probably will know, which means that you will probably most likely not get a game over. Oh god, no! Crap! Ah, Mario, why'd you not wall jump? Ah, dang it. Yeah, like I said, this one can definitely be incredibly stressful. Okay. Okay, make sure that we do that again. Oh god, no, we got one and I spin twice, No, oh, no, freak! Ah, dang it. God damn it. Alright, try it again. Oh boy. Alright, let's see if I don't get myself knocked off this time. Up! As soon as I say it! As soon as I say that I don't get knocked off, or more so, get pushed off, I get pushed! Wait. Why do I always just have to freaking jinx myself? I don't know. I really have no clue. Okay, let's see if we can do this again. Okay, wait. No god, no, I spinned way too late. I used the spin way too late. Yeah, I should have done that earlier. Okay. Oh god, yeah, I need to make sure. Oh god. No, I think I'm dead. Yep, I think I'm so dead because I got hit by spikes. Oh god, no. God damn it. Dead. Yeah, and that could definitely happen if you're not careful. Just constantly getting comboed by those freaking spikes. Yep. Okay, let's see if we can do this right this time. Okay, there we go. Okay, got that time. Oh god, no. God damn you. Okay, spin. Okay, good. Okay, come on. Okay, we're past that. Okay, alright, perfect. Okay, now just wall jump and spin all the way up to the top here. And then keep spinning and wall jump in here. Now, around here, we shouldn't have too much trouble with this one. Yeah, we just gotta make sure that we keep wall jumping and spinning. Okay, here we go. Now we just gotta be sure that we don't get ourselves hit while trying our best to knock down this crystal. Here, boom. And there we go. Here you are. Power Star 120. Woohoo! And with that is 120 Power Stars total. But, however, we're still not quite done yet. Because, yeah, hey, Lava. Whoa, another green one? Those are really rare. I'm just speechless. Wow, nice work. Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah, there's actually a second green Luma here now. Right. It looks like he has something he needs to talk to you about. Yep, and we shall gladly will do so. Yeah, give me that star, bitch. Alright. Yeah, now you're over here. Alright, let's see what you have to say. Even if we have every power star, you still must defeat that monster. So essentially, even if you have just like in the last game, when you grab every single power star, you essentially have to defeat the final boss again. And he says, or we'll never see the cosmic jewels. So essentially, if you want more out of the game, if you want to get some of the more extra stuff of this game, you're gonna have to defeat the final battle with Bowser again. And I think this is where we're going to be saying goodbye to Mario, at least for the time being. Because, yeah, what we're going to be experiencing next is something that I'm probably more capable of with Luigi. So, yeah, looks like for the majority of the rest of this playthrough, we're going to be utilizing Luigi again. And so that's it, everybody. We're going to be going to the final boss again for the next one. And so till then, I'll see you guys next time.